Eagles scoring zone. They trail by just 5 points. Waterman on all fours. Lynch steals it, gives it away to Brown. He goes to the outer side. Hines is there. Harding was there also. Stoneham says, "Get out of my way, I'm coming through." Big batter. Up towards the 50-metre line. Brennan. Hamlet. Couldn't take it cleanly. Pike can. And he steadies to Mainwaring. Out in front of Chris Mainwaring, who has it now. Luck's a fortune. Kick short but found its mark. Socket off the ground, but only as far as Barnes. Now will he go for the hand pass or will he take the kick? Oh, he has a bounce. He's pumped on Barnes. Up towards Ablett, who marks.
Birdie had his heart in his mouth when Barnes had to call it.
I tell you what, he can give it away, John Barnes. But again, an enormous game from him tonight in the ruck against Paul Harding.
So Ablett to have a shot.
He's got great skills, hasn't he, Barnes? Both sides of his body. Kicks the ball well, left foot or right foot, it doesn't matter. And Gary Ablett taking that mark around about 46 metres from goal.
First 2 or 3 shots at goal tonight was sadly off target. He's kicked 3 goals, 4.
It should make the distance though, Sandy, from here.
Geelong leads by 5 points at the moment. He's kicked from 51 metres. It's a drop punt. It's a delightful looking kick. And he's kicked it. Again, the Cats stretch their lead to 11 points. That's a pressure kick.
4 goals now to Gary Ablett. 4 goals, 4. 123 goals for the season. Averaging just over 7 goals a game. 7.4 in fact coming into this match. Under enormous pressure again, Gary Ablett. Taking that mark out in front. Got a bandage across the bridge of his nose there. Very damaging player on that Geelong forward line.
Well, the Eagles kicked 4 goals in each of the 3 quarters. Geelong kicked 5, 3 and 3. And so far in this last term, the Eagles have kicked 1 and Geelong have kicked 4. So Geelong doing everything right so far. Mainwaring dragged to the ground, didn't have the football. And Chris Mainwaring will take the free kick. And the West Coast about to effect a change. Mainwaring runs around onto the right foot, thumps it into the goal square. The ball at the back, O'Reilly, composed, gets it to Stephen Hocking. Steve Hocking, short pass, not bad, should have been grabbed there. Looked like Bairstow, was it? And now Riccardi in all sorts of trouble. Matera nearly for Bairstow. Waterman, handball away, Matera. Good Shepherd, gives that player a little bit of space, the short kick, and its mark has been taken by Hines. Back to Matera, loves to run. A shocking kick, may get past the Geelong player. Mainwaring, Tudor, does well. Handball away, away go Geelong. Couch, a short pass is okay. Stoneham is marked between the wing and left half forward. He couldn't kick it long in the Ablett direction. That's exactly what he does. It falls in short. A shot by Worsfold. Away goes Brennan. Okay, sizes up the situation. The mark taken by Heady.
Steadies it down just for a moment. Goes around his body to Chris Mainwaring on centre wing. We've got just over 10 minutes remaining. Plenty of time for either side to snatch what will be a very thrilling win. Chris Mainwaring. Very close to the boundary line. Barnes is a mighty flyer. Couldn't take it. Godden tried to get it away towards Wilson. Eventually the umpire comes in for a bounce. Darren Goldsmith and Chris Mitchell have been the men in charge tonight. Just in the Eagles' attacking zone. Hines does it to Godden. Gets a hurried kick. Now who's holding who?
Well done.
The man in front must get the free kick there. Tim Darcy.
Done pretty well.
50 metres.
Back 50 metres will bring Darcy past the centre of the ground. Geelong doing it well in this last quarter.
Well, there's a bit of fire play going on behind too, but perhaps the simplest answer to that is to have a look at the scoreboard. Looks like Worsfold and young Lynch. Darcy deep in towards Ablett.
Brennan worried there about the body-on-body stuff. In the end, Ablett just worried about the ball, hit him right on the chest. He's kicked 4 goals, Gary Ablett. 4 goals, 4, including 1 in this final quarter.
So is their top gun going to fire again?
Right behind Gary Ablett in the dugout as Gary Hocking. He'd be anxious to see the Cats win, I think.
Well, so with Kenny Hinkley there, Trevor Poole. 40 metres. Drop punt by Gary Ablett. This is very, very close. He's got it.
West Coast have made a switch. Sumic out to centre half forward. McIntosh back to the goal square. But Barnes has been terrific. Gets an effective tap out. Steele tried to tap it onto the advantage of Stoneham. Stoneham hard, but Couch sweeps a hand pass. Taken away by Evans. Handball heady. In turn made Waring. They've got to get a goal quickly, the West Coast, if they're to win this game. Nearly the mark there to Stephen Hocking. Out there to help out is O'Reilly. Nearly bundled off the football. Stephen Hocking. Still Sumic. Bashes it forward. Barnes, a little kick to his own advantage, and eventually watches as it goes over in front of he and Wilson. 8 minutes left in the game, and Geelong hold the aces at the moment.
Sumic hasn't been the same player this year, I don't think, Robbo. Only 4 kicks tonight. Perfect conditions you would expect for a full forward or a forward type player. Sumic, I don't know, his fitness may not be what it should be this year either.
Well done by Heady, but he's been dispossessed. Tudor. Bairstow's been absolutely enormous. Steele tries to knock it on. Goes over. 7 3/4 minutes left, and I would suggest that if Geelong can't hang on in this situation, they'd have to be very, very stiff. 107 plays 90. 17 points is their advantage, and still Barnes jumping and leaping. Now the ball comes wide for Main Waring, but he's held in by Tudor. Hand pass. Goes towards Forsman. He's held in, and the umpire will call for a bounce. 26 and 7 to Bairstow.
Just over 7 minutes remaining. Ball on the outer side. Barnes again. He's struck a purple patch of form at the moment. He was sensational against Essendon. Waterman. Stretched, arched his back, couldn't take it. It's socket off the ground, but it's wide. Too wide, out of bounds on the full, by God.
Well, that previous encounter at Gardenia Park could be the one that cost the Cats, couldn't it? 38 points up halfway through that third term, and then going on to lose the match by 8 points. The situation could have been well and truly reversed coming into this game here at the W.A.C.A.
Barnes couldn't take the mark. Steele. And that's over the line.
Oh,
Waterman
kick.
slews off the side of the boot and finishes at centre half forward. But Tim Darcy marks well in defence. He's done well.
Very steady, Sandy.
Steve Hocking heads for Forsman territory. With him is Evans on the outer wing. Forsman round his body. That's going to go desperately close to the boundary line as well. Almost down to left half forward with Lynch and Stoneham. And a worse hold. And over the line.
Stoneham's had a big impact at centre half forward with his strength, playing up against Glenn Jakovic.
After quarter time.
After quarter time, yeah, very quite early.
17 points the margin. Stoneham again. Look at them gang tackle Evans. Darren Steele won a little. Perhaps Darren Steele may have been a smidgen high.
Harry Stoneham stats 6 marks, 14 kicks and 6 hand passes, and has kicked 3 goals, 3.
Over the centre. Time ticking away for the Eagles. O'Reilly almost runs into his own man, but then he gets a hurried kick. Down towards the left half forward flank, and again Evans sees it over the line. Malcolm Blight, oh, he's a bit happy now, Malcolm. Clapping his hands.
Crowd's starting to leave here too, Sandy.
They are.
The Eagle supporters.
Malcolm Blight giving them some encouragement. Stoneham gets up high. Back to the middle it comes. Evans kick.
Oh,
to
two
the
Eagles
centre.
collided there.
And both are down. Both are in trouble behind play. This has opened the door for the Cats. Bairstow could go on with it. He passes to the 50-metre line, and the mark is taken by Billy Brownless, and those players still in trouble.
One's Godden and one's Wilson, and a clash of heads there.
Oh, we've seen that again. Well, we saw it a week or so ago, and it's not a pretty sight. But the action's with Brownless. He can just about seal this, Billy, if he can pump it along. It's a magnificent kick. One behind. So Brian Wilson come off second best with a cut above what appears to be the eye, and also one on the ear.
Kick in by Brennan, comes to the near side. We've got 4 minutes left.
Oh, that has to be uncontrolled bleeding with Peter Wilson there too, Robbo.
Well, they're both in trouble. God's in trouble too.
Cut his forehead as well. Yeah, he's got a cut across the top of the eye there, top of the nose and the right eye.
I don't think it'll make much difference, Bernie. Here goes Couch. Lovely hand pass to Scott. In turn, goes over the top. Bairstow, he could cap a beautiful game off, but he misses. Mark Bairstow, 1 goal, 1, but more importantly, he's had 28 kicks and 7 hand passes.
I just don't know why I didn't stick to my guns. I've been talking about Geelong all week, and when Hocking was out of the side, I went for the Eagles.
You went off.
I'm not happy.
You went off them.
Sugar baby?
Not happy.
Jakovic. Marks at half-back.
Crowd leaving, Sandy.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Field. Fraser Stoneham has risen to the occasion. As the crowd leaving the W.A.C.A, Stoneham doesn't mind. He just goes short to Paul Couch.
You know what it may mean? It may mean that the West Coast first final next week has got to be played in Melbourne. They might miss out on 3rd or 4th.
But we're not going to know that either, are we? Probably till late Sunday afternoon. And now Geelong are going to look very interestingly at the clash at Football Park between Collingwood and Adelaide. Matera has tried his heart out. In fact, he's been quite brilliant at times. Kicks to centre wing. Darcy and Hines. Good work by Hines. He had to beat a couple. Couch is right on his hammer. Oh, copping one was Banfield, and he'll take the free kick on centre wing.
Yes, well, of course, if Collingwood beats Adelaide, Geelong's in the 6th.
Correct. Half forward, Subic. Oh, I don't think the crowd's too happy with him. Maybe that tells the story of his night. He kicked 2 early goals, 2 in the first quarter.
Well, that's all he did last week, 2 against Footscray. Kicked 2 goals in the first quarter, a couple of dubious umpiring decisions, playing on a rookie in young Brad Nicholson. And looking at Subic, I'll tell you what, he doesn't look all that fit to me this year.
Well done there by Stoneham, out-marking Jakovic. He's a long way from goal, probably 2 kicks, but certainly will put it within scoring distance for the Cats. In towards centre half forward. High, big Yasser!
They'll be celebrating in Continua Park tonight, Sandy.
They certainly will.
Going wild in that social club. So they should be. This is a terrific performance by the Cats.
He's a great player still. What is he, Bernie? 31, I think.
Yep, 31 Gary Ablett.
Still can do some wonderful things in a game of football. 14 kicks, 5 goals, so his 15th kick.
The 2 key positions. Look at Stoneham. He's taken 8 marks, 16 kicks, 6 hand passes.
Well, this could be 6 goals to Gary Ablett. It's high, coming back with the breeze. Through for just 1 behind. 5 goals, 5. But certainly a key player for the Cats, who should win this game now. They're 20 points in front with just over a minute left.
Mitchell White brings it back into play. He goes straight down the middle. Couch got a hand to it. It was very dangerous. Tony Evans has the pace to scoot away. Kicks it towards Clapper and Steve Hocking. Matera gets a nice bounce. Traps it well. He lopes forward. Up towards Harding, who copped one. Ricocheted off a player, and I think the advantage may have been paid. Tony Godden goes on with the job and kicks the goal.
Well, there's the time remaining up in the left-hand corner of the screen. The Eagles a chance to get the ball clear of the centre circle. Heady, a quick kick, right half forward. All players just misjudging that, except Steve Hocking, who gets it away. Geelong force it forward, no mark taken, Stoneham a chance again. Beautiful gather, and from 50 metres, Barry Stoneham bangs through his 4th goal. Well, Bernie, you nearly have to figure, I think, because he's been such an influential player at centre half forward, even though we mentioned he had a fairly quiet first term. 4 goals and 23 possessions. Well,
Jakovic has been a reasonable player also for the Eagles, but those stats are fantastic for Stoneham. Since he served that 3-week suspension, he's come back bigger and better than ever, Barry Stoneham. He's kicked 13 goals in his 3 games previous to this, and another 4 goals this evening.
Back in the middle once again. 96 plays 116. David Hines doing the ruck work, giving Harding a spell. But it's Bairstow. He's been sensational. He's been a great leader tonight. To the left half-forward flank towards Robert, Scott, Stoneham and Jakovic and Hart. But there's the siren. Malcolm Blight sees his final chance to stay alive. They're delirious at Cadinia Park back in Victoria, and Blighty very quick to go over and congratulate his players. It's unusual that he shows emotion like that, but it's
he doesn't know who to go to
shows
first.
just how delighted he is. He goes over to Gary Ablett